As I said, an awful lot of life consists in understanding about those things in the Serenity Prayer, about the wisdom to know the difference between those things you can change and those that you can't, and the willpower to change them. Our second speaker is Taylor Becker.
Each of us has a little dark secret from the past, something that we continue to be embarrassed by as we grow up, and something that we wish had never happened. The following I'm about to present to you is something that most of you, with the exception of Alex Root and Allie Aird, will not have heard before nor believe what I'm about to tell you. I'm not trying to offend anyone, nor do I intend for this to be a self-pity speech. I would like to reflect and thank my best friends in 4th grade, Allie and Alex, who were always there for me, especially when I wanted to do my favorite activity, eat. You may be thinking to yourself, great, you're not anorexic, even though that is what today's society and media portray as being an acceptable issue. But really, what I'm trying to say is the complete opposite. The three of us, the Three Musketeers, were a little on the pudgier side. And by that, I mean we were pretty heavy set. We were heifers. We loved to eat Chinese, pasta, dairy-free chocolate, and just about anything else our sausage fingers could get our hands on in the rude kitchen. None of my friends thus far, except for these two, have actually been able to believe me when I told them the way my body used to be and how self-conscious I was about it. People never seem to remember this jelly-belly elephantine stage in my life, so I started to think maybe people didn't notice, but I'm pretty sure that can't be true since I was clearly bulging down the hallways of lower school, popping out of my high-fashion red plaid skirt from Jack and Jill's. Most little girls and boys go through a chubby phase until they grow into their skin, but I'm pretty sure mine was more than that. At the time, I was well aware of the gigantic lump I was carrying in the stomach region, but that didn't stop Allie, Alex, and I from loving to cook every weekend and eat our delicious products after, preferably fried or dipped in chocolate. Jumping off the diving board every summer at my grandpa's pool was usually something I looked forward to, but as the pounds started piling on, so did my lack of desire to flop off it, possibly squishing one of my little Jewish cousins. As I became older, I became more aware of my appearance and the way my body looked to others, and I started to become embarrassed by it. It always made me more upset how my mom would tell me, "You're not fat at all, just big boned and thicker waisted." That was exactly what I didn't want to hear. Over the years, as I have become to understand myself and my habits more and more, I've realized that this gargantuan stage of my life has stuck with me, thus the reason that I am generally bad at sharing food. My parents get very angry at me at dinner frequently when I'm being selfish about food, and they always tell me that there is always more and not to worry about ever having enough. But the old fatty in me can't help it. I like to hoard food, and I have a small problem with sharing it and fear that I won't get enough. If I offer you food of my own, I'm either too full to eat anymore, I really like you, or I'm trying really hard to be nice. The memories and characteristics I hold with me from my childhood have shaped me as a person and given me an acceptance for each person's uniqueness and individual traits. I used to be very self-conscious about this stage of my life, especially since my friends were so much smaller than me and never had to worry about anything pertaining to appearance as far as their figures went. As I grew older, I realized that this memory isn't all bad, and not only has it taught me a lot about the type of person that I am, but it is also a great topic for me and my friends to laugh about. Differentiating from my friends and my sisters in size not only made me stand out in appearance, but it made me unique as a person, since I had to learn how to deal with this. Since my self-conscious post-roly-poly days, I have learned to laugh and embrace the old me that I was, complete with orange hair from too much sun-in and an obsession with facial glitter, and keep it as a positive memory of something that made me up who I was from my lower to middle school years. Although each of us most likely have something that we would like to erase from our past, we should be able to laugh at or brush aside the things that might have embarrassed us once and accept how these struggles and dark secrets, no matter how embarrassing at the time, make us who we are today. At some point, everyone is self-conscious about something, whether they express it or not, but these little things eventually make everyone stronger as a person and allow each of us to learn from it. I'd like to thank all my amazing cousins, aunts, uncles, and grandparents who make family time so meaningful and so much fun. You guys are great and caring, and I can't wait to come home for the holidays next year, and I love you all. Mom, you've always been there to support me through thick and thin, literally. You have the best advice and are so loving, and I love you, and I'm going to miss you next year. Dad, I hope someday you can live on a ranch in Colorado because you are meant to be a cowboy. Thanks for being so fun and easy to talk to. I love you. Morgan and Addie, although we fight, I'm going to miss you and our shopping excursions and ridiculous dinners. You can't take my clothes next year. Allie, Reed. Since pre-K, we've had so much fun together, and I'm going to miss our weekend sleepovers next year and our fun car rides. You're like a sister to me. Frankie, thank you for all you've taught me and everything you've done for me. I'm so thankful for your compassion. I couldn't have gotten through the awkward middle school years and stressful high school ones without you. You'll always be my best friend, and I love you. In the words of Stymie from the Little Rascals, you only meet your once-in-a-lifetime friends once in a lifetime. Thank you.